Hello everyone, welcome to this video on resistance breeding for biotic stress in field crops. In today's video, we will explore how plant breeders develop crop varieties that can naturally resist pests and diseases. This topic is extremely important for sustainable agriculture, reducing pesticide use, and ensuring food security. Let us begin by understanding what biotic stress actually means. Biotic stress refers to damage caused by living organisms such as insects, pathogens, nematodes, and even weeds. In field crops like rice, wheat, cotton, and pulses, these stresses can reduce yield drastically, sometimes up to 30 to 40%, or even more under severe conditions. For example, fungal diseases like rust in wheat or blast in rice can spread rapidly under favorable conditions, leading to significant crop losses. Understanding these stresses is the first step towards managing them effectively. Traditionally, farmers rely heavily on pesticides to control pests and diseases. However, excessive use of chemicals leads to environmental pollution, health hazards, and resistance development in pests. This is where resistance breeding plays a key role. By developing resistant varieties, we can reduce the need for chemical control, lower production cost, and protect the environment. Resistance breeding provides long-term and sustainable solution for crop protection. Biotic stress can be broadly classified into different categories. First, insect pests such as stem borer, aphids, and bollworms feed on plant tissues and reduce productivity. Second, diseases caused by fungi, bacteria, and viruses are very common. For example, rust in wheat, bacterial wilt in vegetable, and mosaic viruses in pulses. Third, nematodes are microscopic organisms that attack plant roots and disrupt nutrient uptake. Each type of stress requires specific strategies for management and resistance breeding. Host plant resistance refers to the inherent ability of plant to prevent or reduce damage caused by pests and pathogens. This resistance is genetically controlled and can be transferred from one plant to another through breeding. Some plants show natural resistance while others can be improved through scientific breeding methods. This concept forms the foundation of resistance breeding program. There are two main types of resistance, vertical and horizontal resistance. Vertical resistance is controlled by a single gene and usually effective against specific races of pathogen. However, it can break down quickly when new pathogen strain evolve. On the other hand, horizontal resistance is controlled by multiple genes. It provides broad spectrum and more durable resistance, but usually partial. Plant breeders often aim to combine both types of both types to achieve effective and long lasting resistance. Plants defend themselves against pests and pathogens through different mechanisms. Antibiosis affect the biology of the pest, for example, reducing its survival or reproduction. Antixenosis refers to the non-preference where pests avoid the plant due to unfavorable traits. Tolerance allows the plant to withstand damage without significant yield loss. Understanding these mechanisms helps breeders select the right trait during breeding. Resistance genes can be obtained from various sources. This includes traditional landraces, wild relatives of crops, and germplasm collection maintained in gene banks such as ICR. Wild species often carry strong resistance genes that can be introduced into cultivated varieties. Identifying the Conserving these sources is essential for further breeding program. To develop resistant varieties, breeders must first identify resistant plants through screening. Screening can be done under natural field conditions or by artificially inoculating plants with pathogens in controlled environments. Disease nurseries are often used where high disease pressure is maintained to test plant responses. Accurate screening is crucial for selecting the best resistance genotypes. Several breeding methods are used to develop resistant varieties. This includes selection methods like mass selection and pure line selection, as well as hybridization followed by selection. Mutation breeding can also be used to create new variations. The choice of method depends on the crop and the type of resistance required. Backcross breeding is one of the most widely used method for transferring resistant genes. In this method, a resistant donor parent is crossed with high yielding susceptible variety. The offspring are repeatedly crossed back with the elite parent while selecting for resistance. This helps retain desirable traits of the elite variety while introducing resistance. Marker assisted selection or MAS is a modern technique that uses DNA markers linked to resistant genes. Instead of waiting for visible symptoms, breeders can identify resistant plants at the seedling stage. This method is faster, more precise, and saves time and resources. MAS is widely used in crops like rice and wheat for disease resistance breeding. Gene pyramiding involves combining multiple resistant genes into a single variety. This approach enhances durability and reduces the chances of resistance breakdown. By stacking genes, plants can defend against multiple pathogen strains simultaneously. It is an important strategy in modern breeding program. Transgenic technology allows the introduction of specific resistance genes from the other organisms into plants. The well-known example is Bt cotton, which contains a gene from bacteria that provides resistance against bollworm. This approach can provide strong and targeted resistance, although it requires regulatory approval and careful management. Genome editing technologies like CRISPR-Cas have revolutionized plant breeding. They allow precise modification of genes associated with susceptibility or resistance. This method is faster and more accurate compared to traditional breeding. It holds great potential for developing next generation resistance crop. One of the major challenges in resistance breeding is resistance breakdown. Pathogens evolve over time and develop new races that can overcome plant resistant genes. This is especially common in vertical resistance. Therefore, breeders must continuously develop new varieties and adopt strategies like gene pyramiding. Resistance breeding is most effective when combined with integrated pest management or IPM. IPM includes cultural practices, biological control, and limited chemical use. Resistant varieties form the backbone of IPM systems. This integrated approach ensures sustainable and long term crop protection. Let us look at some examples. In rice varieties, resistant to blast disease have been developed. In wheat, rust resistant varieties are widely used. In cotton, Bt varieties provides protection against bollworms. In pulses, resistance to wilt disease is an important breeding objective. Despite advancements, resistance breeding faces several challenges. Pathogen variability, environmental influence, and linkage drag can complicate breeding programs. Additionally, the process is time consuming and requires continuous monitoring. Overcoming these challenges requires advanced tools and interdisciplinary approaches. The future of resistance breeding looks promising. The technologies like genomics, artificial intelligence, and precision breeding are transforming the field. Climate resilient and multi stress resistance varieties will be essential in the coming years. These innovations will help ensure global food security. To conclude, resistance breeding is powerful and sustainable approach to manage biotic stress in field crops. It reduces dependency on chemicals, protects the environment, and ensures stable crop production. Continuous research and innovation are key to addressing future challenges. Thank you for your attention. If you like this video, please don't forget to share and subscribe, and also share to your friends to subscribe it, and see you in the next video. Thank you.